Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Masks are everywhere. You see different kinds, different shapes, different sizes, but have you wondered what all kinds of masks are available for protection from coronavirus? In this video, I'll discuss the different kinds of masks, how effective the different types are, where they should be used, and help you find the right choice for yourself. And before we begin, my name is Ajay. I'm a doctor working in Bangalore, and this channel is where I discuss medicine, health, lifestyle, and a bit medical entertainment. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps me grow the channel. Let's get started. First one are the cloth masks. These come in different shapes, colors, and sizes. There's literally no limit to the colors and the shapes of these masks that you can get. But are they effective? Let's take a look. Most cloth masks don't have that strip that allows the mask to be molded around your nose. What that means is that when you're wearing the mask, there'll always be a gap around your nose and that lets air in, and that's a big disadvantage. Now, going to see how well these masks filters the air, let's do a small experiment with this candle. I'll try to blow this candle wearing masks, and the easier it is to blow this candle, the lesser the filtration offered by the mask. How useful it is for you, I'd give it a 2 or 3 out of 5 because they are all made differently with different materials, so it depends on how well they are made. How good are they at preventing virus spread? I would give it a 4 out of 5 because any mask is still quite effective at preventing respiratory droplets and aerosols from coming out and infecting others. So any mask would start from at least 3 or 4, but there's one kind of mask that ranks way below this, and I'll talk about that soon. Now, who should wear it? Everyone, especially outdoors. This is the only kind of mask that you would need. Can you reuse it? Yes, most of these masks can be washed and reused. Now, coming to the pros, these are cheap, these can be reused, and these can be made at home itself. Coming to the cons, they are not very effective, especially indoors. Outdoors, it's still quite effective. The second type are these surgical or procedure masks. Now, these masks have anywhere from 3 to 12 layers of filtration and have a nice strip at the top for shaping it according to your nose. And as you can see, it provides a reasonably good seal around the nose and the mouth when worn properly. Now let's test the airflow. Now, how useful it is for you, I would give it a 3 out of 5. How useful it is at preventing spread to others, I would give it a 4 out of 5. Who should use it? Anyone who comes in contact with people a lot, especially outdoors, like healthcare workers who are working outdoors, delivery boys, receptionists, etc. Can you reuse it? No, they are single-use masks. The pros are that it provides a really good seal, it is cheap, and has a high cost to benefit ratio. Cons, it is not reusable and it cannot be used in places with very high viral loads like hospitals. The third type are the N95 masks. Now, we've been hearing a lot about the N95 masks, saying they are the best, they are the gold standard for protection, etc. But what exactly is an N95 mask? Or the more technical term, what exactly is a N95 respirator? They come in different shapes like this, and this. But N95 masks are any masks that filter more than 95% of the air that we take in. They do this by providing a very good seal and also by having multiple layers of filtration. In fact, there are different related masks, and these are graded by the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, that is NIOSH, as follows. With a letter denoting oil resistance followed by a number that shows the effectiveness of the filtration. Now, the N in the N95 stands for not oil resistant, and 95 stands for the efficacy of filtration, that is equal or more than 95%. Now, in R99, the R stands for resistant to oil, and 99 stands for equal to or more than 99% filtration. Now, P100, P means it is oil proof, and 100 means that it provides 100% filtration. Now, this oil resistance and all that matters when you're using this mask, when you're spray painting or when you're working with poisonous gases or something like that. It doesn't really make a difference here in this coronavirus situation. I just told you to, sort of give you an idea what it means. Now, only those masks that are approved by NIOSH are true N95s because they would have been tested before they are sent out for sale. Now, how do you know if it's a true N95? There will be a NIOSH seal somewhere on the mask like this or like this. However, in Europe there is a different grading system, and I'm not going into the details of that, but in the EU, a N95 equivalent would be a FFP2 mask. Now, how useful it is for you, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. How useful it is at preventing virus spread to others, I would give it a 5 out of 5. Who should use it? Healthcare workers working with coronavirus patients or in closed spaces, hospital spaces. Or if you have someone at home with coronavirus and if you are caring for them, or if your next door neighbor or someone has the coronavirus and you share the same closed lobby or lift. Can you reuse it? If you're dealing with coronavirus patients, no, you can't. The maximum efficacy is guaranteed for only 6 to 8 hours. But otherwise, you can use it for up to 3 to 5 days if you have stored it in a well aerated room. Coming to the pros, this is the gold standard protection against coronavirus and they are very effective. Going to the cons, first thing is they're expensive. Second, it is quite difficult to breathe through these. If you have a pre-existing respiratory conditions like asthma or something, this mask could actually make it worse. And the third thing is your breath starts to stink a bit after some time. Type number 4 are these fake N95s and the N95s with these valves. Now it's important to talk about these as well, and it's important for you to know about these as well because there are so many of these on the markets and they are being sold as N95s. Now, how to identify a fake N95? They'll have ear loops like these, unlike the real N95s which have loops which go behind your head to give you a very tight fit. And also these fake N95s won't have a NIOSH stamp on them. Now these are good for wearing in dusty places, construction work, woodworking, etc. But these are not really effective against COVID. And there are also some Chinese graded masks called KN95s, and these are not as effective as the real N95s, so don't get fooled. And there are also N95s which come with valves like these. What these valves do is it lets the exhaled breath of the wearer go out. Now this can spread the infection to the people around the wearer if the wearer has coronavirus. And also this valve function can sometimes malfunction, letting outside air in unfiltered, defeating the whole purpose of wearing a mask. And I won't be talking about the efficacy of these fake N95s and the N95s with valves because no one should actually be using this. The fifth type are the half-face respirators. Look at these, they look so cool. They look like something from a sci-fi movie, don't they? Imagine walking around wearing these, you would look so cool. Or just weird. Now how this works is that there's a central mask and you attach filter cartridges to the side. These come in different varieties. There are N95s, there are R99s, there are P100s like I explained before. Now these P100 cartridges provide the most safety of all the masks and the respirators that we have discussed. All of the surgeons and the anesthetists in the hospital that I was working use this in the OT or the OR if you live in the US, because there will be a very high viral load inside the OT because it's a closed space and you stay there for a very long time if the patient or someone has the virus. Now the protection given to you, I would give it a 4.5 out of 5 because no mask is really perfect. Preventing virus spread, I would give it a 5 out of 5. Are they reusable? Yes, they are reusable. The cartridges have to be changed after a few days and it depends from one cartridge to the another. Now who should use this? Surgeons, anesthetists, OT staff, ICU staff with a huge viral load around them should use this to, have the best protection. Now what are the pros? These are the absolute best filtration that you can get and they are reusable. Now coming to the cons, they are very expensive and they are quite cumbersome to wear around because they are a bit heavy and it starts to strain your neck and your head after some time. And it's kind of difficult to breathe. The more the filtration is, the more difficult it becomes to breathe. So you can't really, wear it for a very long time. It becomes a bit difficult to breathe. And also you can't wear it outside. It looks a bit funny. So in conclusion, what is the right kind of mask for you? If it's just for outdoor use, cloth masks are all that is required. If it's for indoor use where you come in contact with a lot of people, a surgical mask would be good. But if the space has very poor ventilation, you should consider buying an N95. If you're a healthcare worker or in contact with someone who is corona positive, N95 mask is what you should use. If you're a surgeon or an anesthetist or OT staff or ICU staff working in a place with high viral load, you should consider buying one of the half face respirators. In the end, I would like to mention that these masks are one part of the protection. If you are at a very high risk of getting corona, if you're working in a very high risk conditions, please consider wearing eye goggles or eye protection or at least a face shield, because corona can spread through the eyes as well. I hope this cleared all of your doubts regarding masks. If you still have any doubts or questions that you want to ask me, please ask me in the comments down below. I'll try to answer them. And if you like this video, please like it and share it with your friends and family, so they also have an idea as to what mask to buy and wear. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Helps me grow the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.